Um, huh. Why am I having this issue? We still getting the wrong bit rate? Yup. Or am. Is it still streaming poorly? Now it looks fine. If I do that. Heaven's Angle, welcome, welcome. Trying to get this multi-stream thing working. I don't know why the bitrate was bad. I think we might be good now. So let me know if you're having issues. I think I have to start the YouTube stream first and then start the Twitch stream. If I do it the other way around, I think it caps. It uses the Twitch bitrate for YouTube, which is obviously not going to work when I'm streaming at 1440p. So I think we're good now, though. Is our mic good? Yeah, mic looks good. Let's get some music going. Let's start with Nightingale. I do love this one. Whoa! Whoa! This has gotten reset. Why is this not playing the miscellaneous? Oh no, everything is falling apart on me. Voice meter, no. VLC. Oh, it's going to cable B. That's the problem. I think we actually want it to go to cable A. There we go. Okay, I think we're better now. And then I can turn the volume down. So let me just know. I'm gonna try 20%. If 20% is too quiet, let me know. I think we're good now. It's a process, but I think we are good. Is Twitch actually streaming? Yes. Perfect. Caden, welcome. Welcome, welcome. It's fine right now. Thanks, Texas Chick, for letting me know. Hopefully we should be good for the rest of this. Nice to see everyone. We got Heaven's Angle, Caden, and then Texas Chick, some real mainstays. It's great to have everyone on the channel still after all this time. We've been through a lot going back to NCAA 14. You can see I've kind of just got my stuff in the background here. I got to work on the stream setup. I would like to get into streaming a bit more. I think tonight I would like to start streaming some Minecraft. It depends on if Heaven's Angle is going to actually be there or not. I've got Mallory too, Mallory 0855. Thank you, Mallory 0855. Gotta get that username changed. Alright, I say we go ahead and start into it then. It looks like we have a lot of people. Of course, we are live on both Twitch and YouTube. I think Twitch should be a little faster latency. YouTube probably better quality though. Trying to just dual stream this. Let's go ahead and jump into this. I should probably stay on OBS. There we go. I can see all the chats combined. And yeah, so let's kind of recap the year real quick. So season 4 just went down. 4 was probably, I mean, I guess 100% most successful season we've had. I wouldn't say it was the most talented year we've had. On defense, for sure. On offense, definitely not. We still finished 15-1 on the year. We lost to Georgia, who went 14-2. And we got blown out in the championship game. MrFuzzihead streams always keeps my baby entertained. Well, sounds like you have a really cool baby to be entertained by a Fuzzihead stream. Alright, let's take a look at some stats real quick before we go. Alright, the hair is bothering me today. It's just, I've got to go get it cut. Danny O'Neal. So I actually wanted to move on from him at the end of season 3, going into the off season. Did not want him as my quarterback for season 4, and we really kind of fell into the trap of we didn't have a better option. We got a few other players in the transfer portal. None of them really were anywhere close to the ability he had. Of course, O'Neal, what's his speed? Does it show me that? No, I think I have to view player stats. No, not view player stats. Triangle? Triangle. Been a while since I've played this. Was out on vacation, work vacation that is. Danny had 86 speed, 88 acceleration. For a pocket passer, that's pretty incredible. You don't see that very often. He did finish the year a lot better than we've seen from other quarterbacks, I think. 36 touchdowns, 16 interceptions, and I think 4, 5, 6 of those came in the playoffs itself. So until that point, we really were closer to like 30 touchdowns to 10 interceptions, which is a really decent number for me, at least. I'd like to cut down on the interceptions going forward. I think that's still one of the biggest issues we have. But overall this year, we didn't throw the ball a whole lot. 430 attempts. I would have to imagine that does not rank very high. Let's go to national. Let's just look in the Big 12. That'll be easier. In the Big 12, that would put Danny O'Neal towards the bottom of... I mean, there were a lot of quarterbacks that threw 300 plus passes, but He is, what is that, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th. 10th in the Big 12 alone in how many pass attempts he threw. We did bench him sometimes, and Alexander Hamilton. What am I doing here? Newson was the quarterback, so he ended up throwing another 96 attempts, so that would put us closer to the top in terms of passing attempts on the season. I guess that's worth noting. We did still throw the ball a lot. Newson had a terrible touchdown interception ratio. 1 touchdown, 5 interceptions, and he threw 5% of his passes were interceptions, so that's pretty awful. Okay. So I think our passing game was a lot better this year, and that was with a much worse receiving core, on paper at least. Cornelius Warren ended up with 1,600 yards, 8 average yards per carry, 13 touchdowns. He was very good. He was not great. He was not elite to the level of Gideon Davidson, Duke Watson, or even, I would say, Kentrell Bullock were better than him. But he was very good. He got the job done. Newsom was our second leading rusher as a backup quarterback. He had 644 yards, averaged 8 a carry, 15 touchdowns. So he actually led the team in touchdowns as our backup quarterback. Not exactly a great thing, but we did bring him in on a lot of packages. We did bring him in a lot of games where we were blowing out the team and he got a lot of garbage numbers. And then we brought him in crunch time in serious games where we just needed a QB to run the ball. Miles Ahinicho was our main spellback this year. He had 4 touchdowns, almost 500 yards. I thought he was solid. If he was your third back, I think you'd be feeling a lot better about things. I did not like him much as our second back, just because he's not very dynamic. Alani Frazier, of course, we only got to see him in, we should have seen him in 4. We saw him in 3 games, so he'll be a redshirt freshman next year. He gets redshirted. He ended up with 8 yards a carry as well, 440 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. And he broke 3 tackles, which was a third of Warren's tackles broken in 56, doing the math here, under a third, so, you know, roughly the same amount of broken tackles. Yards after contact, roughly the same. He was a little higher in both of those if you go by times 3 or whatever the carries would be. And then Amani Alaka took a big step back this year. Still got 6 yards of carry and 1 touchdown in 44 carries. But he definitely took a step back. And then Danny O'Neal, our starter, 220 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then Winston Malone really was underwhelming as a rusher this year. At receiver, Chad Burns, 13 touchdowns, 830 yards. Most importantly, the most receptions. Not too shocking coming out of a slot. I do often throw to my slot. AJ Schneider finished with 80 receptions, 800 yards, 8 touchdowns. So he was the triple eights across the board. I thought he was our best receiver on the year. I would give him that award. And then Dalton Weil was very good for splash plays. You can see his rack average was the same as Schneider's, and his average was about the same as well. So these guys were more of the splash play guys, whereas Burns was just more of that reliable check it down to him guy. We did throw the ball to Marcus Home a lot. I wish it showed his targets. I definitely targeted him. I want to say probably like 15 times more than he caught. So probably a lot more. He had 10 drops, yeah. 10 of those targets were drops alone. So he caught 34 passes, which is not super high because I threw it to him over probably 50 times. And that's down to the fact that he's a pure blocker, so that's not his game at all. And I really shouldn't have been trying to force feed him the ball as much. That's something I really want to change going forward. Ryan Howerton gave up the most sacks. That's not too surprising considering he is a power blocker. Interestingly, our playing style deal breakers down to an A- with that. I kind of think that's weird. Lamar Williams finished with 2 sacks given up. And then on defense, it was Tavion Wallace, probably the MVP of the second level this year. He had 2 picks, 14 TFLs. That led all linebackers. He led Andy McGlynn by 16 tackles, 5 more TFLs. It was a little bit of an unimpressive year for Andy McGlynn, I thought. If we look at his year stats compared to last year, he had 40 less tackles, 16 less TFLs. He did have a sack or 2 sacks and an interception, but less deflections, no forced fumbles. So, I mean, he'll probably go pro. If he stays, then that's beautiful. We get probably the best linebacker in the country next year, but he might go pro. And then Darren Lamb was pretty good. I hope he stays. I think he will. At 89 overall, it's kind of on that cut line. Yeah, I don't know. Fred Morgan was really good. I'm glad we brought him over. We look at his stats. Coming out of Alabama, where he only played one game in his final collegiate year, he gets to play all 16. He makes 112 tackles, makes the title game, 9 TFLs, 2 interceptions. I thought Red Morgan was a really solid player. Definitely outshined Raheem Stroud this year. Of course, Stroud no longer playing in the slot, so that is a little different. Let's look at his numbers difference from the slot. So he had a lot less tackles, first of all, 40 less, 10 less TFLs, and then 1 less interception. So that is the difference of not playing in the slot. I do think I'm going to move back to the 4-2-5 next year unless we retain... Well, even if we retain both our linebackers. I don't know. We'll see. Morgan Ellington was 3rd in tackles, and that's not great. At least he played slot for most of the year. I'd say probably 90% of his snaps were out of the slot. He had an interception, 7 TFLs, and 110 tackles. We look at his deflections, 12 deflections. That was 2nd on the team behind Cole Punga. Of course, Punga more of that lockdown guy. You didn't see a whole lot of action on Cole Punga's side of the island. Willie Goodwin, a little disappointing this year. I thought for the ratings he had, I thought he'd be a lot better than he ended up playing. He finishes with 81 tackles. We'll lose him. And then the big boys. Let's get the big boys real quick. Kevin Otis finishes with 33 TFLs, 20 sacks on the year. Zena Umeozulu, 32 TFLs, 18 sacks. And then TJ Lindsay, 31 TFLs, 20 sacks. This trio was really, really good. They combined for 58 sacks and 96 TFLs. That's incredible right there. Markel Vincent, the disappointment this year, I'd say, on that front 4. 19 TFLs was not bad. 9.5 sacks, not bad. It's a definite step back for him. And I don't know if that's because the other players around him were just so much better, but he had 13 less TFLs and 3 less sacks on the year. So that might just be because of how much better his team was. And we didn't need him to be as good. And pretty much all of our sack production, no surprise, we ran a 4-3. We ran 4-2-5 last year. Most of our sack production comes from our front 4. It doesn't really come from the second level at all. We get a few DB blitzes as well, but you can see the next highest was Trent Godwin at 3.5. We'll see how he does next year. Of course, he didn't get that redshirt year, but at Elite Dev, who cares? Randy Noble. The highest non-defensive lineman was Andy McGlynn at 2, and then we only had 1 sack past that. So we don't run a lot of blitzes in this defense. We mostly just send our 4 guys. We say we're better than you. You're not going to stop us. And for the most part, it works. And then kicking, 15 of 21. I struggled a lot this year. For some reason, I really stepped back on the kicks. I really was not able to keep knocking them down like I was the previous year. I think I did, let's see. I want to say in year 3. Yeah, year 3 was my best year. 87%. And I think we had a lot of long-range field goals. Yeah, we had the same number of attempts. Every single season, basically, we've attempted the same length of field goal. And the last 2 years especially, I've kicked the most field goals. I guess just last year, season 3. Season 3, I kicked the most field goals. And we had the highest percent. I had the worst percent I've had this whole series this last season. And that was with the best kicker I've had to this point, because he's progressed the most. And then punter, Deontay Waller. Again, looking at the big glaring holes on this team. We look at yards per game. Actually, we're in the top 15, so not the best there. But we had the 4th best yards per play. So we also we weren't on offense a lot. We were on defense a lot this year because we'd score fast and then we were just playing defense most of the game. Most of that was bend, don't break defense. We did score 4th most points per game. So despite the fact that we didn't gain the most points, you have to keep in mind our defense gave us a lot of short fields this year. Pass yards per game, we were one of the worst in the country. Not too surprising there. Rush yards per game, 2nd most in the country. How are we A- for raw strength? I don't think that even makes sense. And then looking at first downs per game, we were number 1. So I don't see how that quite makes sense. On defense, we allowed the least points per game in the country. This was the first time in any of my series, I think, where defense has been the reason we've won all our games. I want to say going back to maybe only the Super Bowl year with Hollister MacIntyre. We won the Super Bowl off of Stephon Gilmore in the slot. I think we had Byron Handy outside and Jeff Okuda. And those three, plus Chance Fortunata and Kenny Durkins on the defensive line, wreaked havoc all year. That was the only other time I think the defense has really been the focal point of my teams. And it worked. We were the best scoring defense. We were the second best yardage defense. Pass yards per game, still something we want to work on, but we were in all of D1, we were in the top like 20. So I think that's pretty good. Most teams in this game throw too. So you kind of have to take the rushing yards as well with a bit of a grain of salt. We were definitely better this year defending the run though than we were last year. And then we finished with 78 sacks to the tune of 4.9 sacks a game. 78 being 20 higher than the #1 team in the country, Georgia. So again, a lot of that's due to the game being broken before the latest patch. Now that should be fixed. We won't see that same kind of production next year. And then third down, we were one of the best converting teams on third down. And we were probably historic. Well, maybe not. I was going to say 44 attempts at 72%. That might be the highest ever for that attempt number. I would have to look at the data. But that's pretty incredible. We doubled the amount of fourth down attempts that the next highest team had. Or the next highest percentage had. So all of these were in the 20s. We were in the 40s at 72%. Red zone efficiency, we were terrible. I look at our touchdown percentage, we're towards the bottom of the country. So that's another area we have to clean up. We have to do better at getting touchdowns. You can also see 9 field goals. So it's not even like most of our attempts were field goals either. We just didn't score in the red zone very often. But that's balanced out by the fact that we're one of the best red zone defenses in the country. Teams didn't even score half their touchdowns in the red zone. All right, and then finally, we have the differential of turnovers. Not the worst in the country, but not far off either. -9 is pretty bad. We got to clean that up next year. Most of that's interceptions. All right. I think I'm going to have to switch my monitor here. I was using just the OBS projection, but it was lagging real bad. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to the end of the season. We're going to see who goes pro here. So the first guy we're worried about, we have linebacker Darren Lamb. We have some players that we're expecting to leave in the portal, and I think they might have, looking at that right there. Darren Lamb. Let's just get into it. I'm not really sure. First, Marcus Helm is going pro. This was expected. Marcus Helm, not exactly sure in real life that he would go round 1 as a pure blocker, 6'4". Like, you're almost an offensive lineman, dude. He's going pro. I totally expected this at 93 overall. He's projected round 1, which is incredible. And then Andy McGlynn is, in fact, going pro. So, exactly what we expected. Tyrone Dennis is transferring. Playing time. So, he changed his motivation to playing time on us. And here's the biggest thing. I was going into this stream, I was thinking of starting him next year. I was thinking, yesterday I was looking through and I thought, I need a quarterback. I looked at my quarterbacks and I said, Tyrone Dennis is my quarterback. So I'm going to make a note here that I want to find him in the transfer portal because I don't think we're going to get him back. Shoot. That's brutal news. So they can change their motivations sometimes. I didn't know that he would, though, because he's really not that high of a recruit. And then the biggest thing killing me here is he's assuming right now, based off the depth charts, that Alexander Newson's going to start. He's not. So I guess the first thing we'll do is we'll try to bring back Tyrone Dennis, but at very low. He's gone. And now Chad Higgins will become the next guy on the roster, I suppose. He's also gone. Miles Ahinicho, I'd like to keep him, just to have him. It's not really an area of need, so maybe I do just let him go. I think I just let him go. Carlos Corbin wouldn't be bad here. 85 speed though. I'm probably okay just letting him go too. Here's the thing is I just don't really care to keep most of these guys. Obviously there's no chance of persuading Marcus Helm or Andy McGlynn. That's fine. I don't want them to stay anyway. So I think we're losing everybody here. Let's try Corbin. Should I just try Hinicho for the heck of it? He's staying. I kind of wanted him to leave. I should have just let him go. That's fine. I can't tell him actually no. Feel free to leave. So we lose all these players. We don't lose Chad Burns. That's pretty important because I thought we would lose him. We don't lose Darren Lamb, but we lose Tyrone Dennis. We're going to have to see if we can bring him back. Let's take a look real quick through the other teams. So first we have Troy. And how many do they have transferring? Woohoo! They've got a lot. Okay. They have Tim Carpenter. Do we want to bring a Carpenter to the team? Probably not the best idea for me to put a Carpenter on my team. He is 78 overall, dual threat, has some abilities already, so that would be interesting. 90 throw power. Probably wouldn't be bad, but I'm not super interested in that. Pure runner, probably not that either. AC Walters, running back, east-west playmaker. Probably most of this team I'm not interested in bringing in. They have an edge rusher, pure power. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm good on all Troy's players. Let's take a look at UAB. UAB has a junior cornerback, Lakeem Sapp, boundary player with 94 speed, 96 acceleration, 95 change of direction. Oh, his coverages must be terrible. 67 man coverage. He had 4 picks last year. Okay, he's transferring for conference prestige. Owen Hansen, gadget player. What's his speed? 90 speed, 97 acceleration. Woohoo! Not bad. Excuse me. No, nobody here. All right, let's take a look at the big boys now. We have Auburn, and Bama. Auburn has a guy leaving for the pro draft, so that's not helpful. James Stacy, east-west playmaker, 85 overall. We'd get him for 2 years if we brought him in. 92 speed, 93 acceleration, 93 change of direction, and has bronze shifty. So we'd have to upgrade his shifty quite a bit just to be better than Cornelius Warren. I don't see this being a guy that we bring in. Eric Katula, playing style, defensive tackle. They don't have many people leaving. 85 strength. Wow. Playing style. Let's try Alabama. Only 2 leaving for transfer. One is J.J. Hollis, dual threat quarterback. 93 throw power. Okay. Interesting. We're not going to be able to bring a quarterback in on playing time because of Alexander Newsom. I think I've screwed myself over by having him on the team as a quarterback. And then edge rusher Enrique Carstens is transferring for playing time. J.J. Hollis has 90. Let's look at his stats, I guess, or his numbers here. We can't find out if he's a star. He was a 4-star recruit. Yeah, it's basically uncapped accuracy. The power's already in a good spot. His IQ can get pretty high. I wouldn't mind bringing this guy in if he has high dev. So we'll put him on there. I think that's it. That's unfortunately Tyrone Dennis changing his motivation to playing time has actually really changed the trajectory of this offseason. I was going into it thinking we were just going to add a few pieces, a few luxury pieces, and the reality is we're kind of scrambling now. You can look at draft results. Marcus Helm does go round 1. Andy McGlynn goes round 1. Danny O'Neal goes round 4. Tavion Wallace goes round 4. And Zena Umeo Zulu goes round 6. Danny O'Neil getting that Tyler Shug treatment, I guess. Here's where we look at recruiting wise. We have a lot of players still. We are bringing in Chester Willies, so there's a world in which Chester Willies maybe is at Impact Dev. Maybe he could be the guy. I'm not anticipating it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the transfer portal. And let's just go by state. Or let's just allow everybody. Number 1 player in the transfer portal. 5-star J.R. Zinner pocket passer. Well, I think we got to go ahead and add him to the board then. The best player in the portal. J.R. Zinner. He is from where? Where's he from? I didn't look. He's from Notre Dame. So maybe he's mad that they skipped their bowl game. J.R. Zinner. Oh, we have 1,200 points. Oh, 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 oh no. 99 throw power, 94 short, 91 medium, 87 deep, 82 throw under pressure. That's not great. 90 speed for a pocket passer. He makes Danny O'Neil look pedestrian. Okay. J.R. Zinner is now... If we bring in J.R. Zinner, we are probably the preseason favorite in the country. And what was his motivation? Championship contender. We satisfy that. Tyrone Dennis is not interested in coming back. He views us as an F playing time. Probably because I added J.R. Zinner to the board. Javon Granger. I believe we looked at him before. He has us... Yeah, I'm almost certain we've looked at him. Or did I try recruiting him? I can't remember. He is coming from Ohio State. He has playing time as a C+. I just don't see a reason to bring a guy like that in. I'd love to have another player. I'd love to have a backfield creator. That's my favorite archetype. But I just don't see a way that we can... I mean, we can add him to the board. We can add him to the board. Is there any... Like, where are the transfers that are just interested in non-playing time? Like, all these guys are playing time deal breakers. Are there any guys that I could just develop? Champ contender. Dual threat. Dual threat. Backfield creator. Coach Prestige. David Inechukwu. Let me get 3 years out of him. We'll take a look at him. Brand exposure. Backfield creator. That wouldn't be bad. Jack Moran. I also... That sounds familiar. Oh, he's from Tulane. I think we played against Jack Moran. I don't want to bring him in, though, because I want him to have a chance to play somewhere, not just be a backup on my team. I don't know if I want to go this far down. Let's take a look at Javon Granger. The throw on the run's really good. It's elite. He's got good speed. Throw under pressure is pretty good. The accuracies aren't bad, but the throw power isn't necessarily there. What about Inechukwu? I'd probably offer Inechukwu just to have a developmental guy. I'm not in love with this skill set. And we are bringing in a backfield creator already. So let's hold off on that real quick. Let's take a look at the current player board. All right, we have 3 quarterbacks on roster. Newson, arguably not a quarterback, and I'm almost contemplating moving him back to wide receiver this year so that he can't take up a spot on that playing time deal breaker. Joey Norris, who's kind of just a backfield projection, and then John Okonkwo, and then Chester Willies, the new quarterback. Also, we retained our punter. We brought Deontay Waller back again. That's wild. So we have 4 quarterbacks on roster. 5 would be totally fine. Let's change the song. This is tricky. This is tricky. If we bring in this guy, I mean, nothing else matters, quite honestly. JR Zinner would change the game. I'm gonna get rid of these guys because otherwise we'll have 4 on roster. If we have to scramble, no pun intended, we can do so. Do I need to put any? I think all these are uncontested, so I'm not even worried about them. I might have to pull out of some of these though. Well, let's not worry about that just yet. We kept Darren Lamb, so we've got our Mike linebacker. We could really use another lurker linebacker though. Let's see who we got. Brand exposure. 4-star. Leo Crow. Maybe. Lurker brand exposure. I can't remember, because yeah, who do I have right now? Right now I've got kicker as a big need. We've got a kicker coming in though. Yeah, I've got linebacker and then maybe offensive line are the only other areas. Lurker pro potential. Lurker playing style. Hesitant to bring somebody like that in. Leo Crow, 4-star. I gotta burn a lot of points for this guy though. 80 speed, 90 acceleration. He has no abilities. This guy's got more abilities. I think I would be much more interested in bringing in someone like Terrell Holcomb. We're talking a pretty steep drop off though from Tavion Wallace. Yeah, that's just too far down. I'd rather develop. Okay, so it's gonna come down to one of these two that we look at right now. Kicker? Do we have any good kickers interested? Coach Prestige from BYU? It would be fun to bring in a BYU guy. Randy Fasano. Ooh. Ooh, 91 kick power, 95 kick accuracy. That wouldn't be bad. Do we want to kicker down the road a little bit? Because we have Kevin Avila, who's already got an ability. He's a freshman. He's actually going to lock us out for playing time because we've added the other guy. That's fine. Don't worry about that. Yeah, that's not a big deal. Jamaris Wilder, #1 running back in the portal. No, he's not. Jimmy Carlos is, and he's a contact seeker. Freshman out of West Virginia. I kind of feel like I have to take a look at Wilder here, because if Wilder ends up being faster and better... I don't know. I'm taking a chance that I can get Shifty up to platinum. The sidestep's nice. He's got armbar. That's pretty good too, but no recoup. This is one of those luxury areas where, yeah, you could bring a guy like this in. Wouldn't be the worst. Okay, let's keep doing a deep dive here. Offensive line, we have to replace tackle. Well-rounded wouldn't be bad. Raw strength wouldn't be bad. I think well-rounded would be better than raw strength, though. We also have guard. Well-rounded. I don't want a well-rounded guard. I definitely would prefer a stronger guard. Agile, no. Well-rounded, no. Agile, yeah. I'm not sold on any of those guys. '82 run blocking. He has no abilities. He's a much better pass blocker than he is run blocker. The strength, we don't even know. I just feel like I can do better. I think we take a kicker. Sorry, Purple Ghost, I didn't even see your comment. I was in my Excel spreadsheet. Take a kicker. Yeah. That wouldn't be bad over the freshman we've got. I mean, I just don't know how good he's going to be. We've got power, accurate, playing style. I don't want to bring in another playing style kicker. I'm kind of tired of dealing with that. Got to be the 3-star guy, right? The BYU kid. We could do that. We could certainly do that. We still bring this guy in. I think that's not a bad idea. I think that's not a bad idea. Randy Fasano. Definitely could use one. Tight end. We've got a pure blocker tight end with champ contender. I mean, I could certainly use a guy to replace Marcus Helm. I still want a receiving threat at tight end, but that's certainly an area of need. Currently, we do this. That way I can see it and not miss the chats. There we go. Yeah, next year's starter would be Marcus. No, Marcus Helm is not starter. So yeah, we've lost that. That would mean we could use a guy like James Flanagan. 81 strength. 69 run block. I mean, that's not exactly great numbers for a pure blocker tight end. The acceleration's 81, awareness 85. Feel like we can do better. Noah Fox Flores. That's a pretty cool name. Do you have any pure possessions? We do. JD Pierre. I think pure possession is what I want to go for going forward. But I would like a guy who's got years on him. Vertical threat, gritty possession, pure possession, but they're all juniors. Pure blocker. Sophomore, proximity to home, maybe. Pure blocker freshman, Morris All. We're getting too far down now. Noah Fox Flores, 84 speed, 72 strength, so a lot less strong, a little bit faster, better run blocker, has better abilities. Quick drop is pretty nice. Worse catching though. Better route running. Not as smart. But we could try bringing in both. I'm not opposed to that and just kind of see what sticks. Look maybe at high school recruits for that pure possession guy going forward. Jamaris Wilder. I just don't know on him. I'm really unsure on that one. Leo Crow, we definitely want to go ahead and offer a scholarship and 50 points to. And I think I'd also like to go for Terrell Holcomb. The other thing I'm interested in bringing in is a power back, but we do have a freshman coming in, so I don't know that I just want to overwrite everybody I'm bringing in. That I'm a little unsure about doing. A blocker fullback wouldn't be bad, like a good blocker fullback. What about wide receiver? Highest one we can bring in is 4-star speedster with brand exposure, Joel Osai. That probably wouldn't be bad to take a look at. Playing time. Physical route runner. Wouldn't be bad to have one of those either. freshmen. Got Babineau, Kendrick, Larry Porter the fourth. Take a look at Osai here. Oh! Oh! 95 speed, 95 acceleration, 97 spec catch, 93 deep, 89 release. Yeah, I think we'll take a look at that guy. I mean, yeah, I want to play my young guys, but also you got to just bring in the best you can. And Osai, I'm not going to lose another speedster to Texas. I'm so sick of losing speedsters to Texas. I refuse. We got 4 more targets available currently. What's even next? Some more lurkers. Championship contender lurker. I feel pretty set at corner. I don't necessarily want to bring in one there. Safeties may be one area we could look to bring in if there's like a great available safety interested. No 4 stars. Yeah, no 4 stars whatsoever. Josh Scroggins. We've got a 4-star corner interested in us. Clyde Kipper. Coach Prestige. Which, I mean... Another 4-star corner. Field corner. Playing style. I feel like I have to at least take a look at these guys. Because we could still run a nickel next year. I was thinking about going to 4-2-5, but I gotta tell you, if one of these guys is good and we bring him in. Robber, blanket coverage, he's got some speed, he's got some coverage ability, man. Higher than zone, that's good too, because I want to train zone. Oh, 95 acceleration, 99 speed. Now, this guy'd be better in the slot, for sure. 97 agility, though. Like, Kipper's kind of the developmental guy. I think... Yeah, I would want BB here. I think I gotta look past the high speed. And I honestly just think that this is what I gotta do. Yeah, North Carolina's got both of them interested. Let's get rid of Kipper. Wilder? I just don't know. Is there anybody here we can cut? Pure possession. Kicker. I'll probably still keep the kicker. Because this kicker would be leaving next year, right? Yeah. Could give him a year of development. I don't want to cut him, obviously. I don't want to cut him. Or him. Or him. Or him. Well-rounded right guard. Contested specialist? Do we want to cut this guy? Probably not. Athlete thumper. I always think it's going to be so easy going into this, and then it ends up not being easy at all. What about defensive tackle? We could definitely use one of those. 4-star pure power. And then the next drop down, 3 stars, pure power, power rusher. Pure power. Donnell Bolin. Take a look. Got a 4-star edge here. Coach Prestige. Chauncey Johnson. Pure power. I could move him to tackle. He'd get capped though, wouldn't he? If I moved him to tackle. And then he would be a little too light, but he could be a good power rusher because I don't want another edge. I mean, maybe. I definitely think right now we're looking at running a nickel look again. Because we don't have great safety options. We've got good depth at safety though. We could bring in another coverage specialist, safety, playing style. Any freshmen? Yeah, here we go. John Tercero probably wouldn't be bad. Not gonna be any athletes. Yeah, and then I think it's just offensive line. Like John Okuda, it wouldn't be bad to bring in a guard that's well-rounded, because then he could maybe take the place of James Pratt, who I wasn't super impressed with, to be quite honest. I think that's probably, yeah, let's take a look at those. We've got Tercero. That's too slow. I mean, that's not terrible, but it's just not very great either. He's a freshman, though. Do we have any other safeties we're even looking at? I don't think we do. It wouldn't be terrible. We can give him a scholarship offer. How about guard John Okuda? I do love my Okudas. Whoa! Oh, he's a monster. Oh, yeah, I think so. Okay. Let me get rid of Tercero. Jamaris Wilder. I think I offer here. I think I just try to bring in as much running back talent as I can. So that would be a new U. We've got our Y. I wouldn't mind a pure possession tight end, though. We have one as an option at 3. No, we don't. We do, but it's going to be a little too old. Slow. Really slow. I think we offer Flanagan here. I think Flanagan gives us a better chance. I'll offer both, but I'm going to put only 25 into Fox Flores. And then let me take a look at who we were in battles for. I just don't want to lose out on any of these players. James Carmichael, for example. Let's go ahead and give him 50. In fact, I'm going to take the points off of Fox Flores entirely. He's going to be more of our backup option. Slade Kimron, I definitely have to make sure I get this guy. This guy's the future of the program right here. Which one is that one? Am I stupid? No, there it is. I think 40 should be enough for him. I don't think we have to worry about any of these guys. Ty Tiffin also would be good, and now that I kind of want to run well-rounded, I probably wouldn't mind putting points into him. My only concern is if Nebraska does this first rotation. I think I just let it ride out for one rotation, though, and see. We only have 5 more points, so let's just throw it into Slade Kimron. Let's go ahead and sim this first period. I think I have to get an idea of what I even have available before I worry about things, because I don't have a lot of holes, but I have a few big ones that have to get filled. So let's just go ahead and sim this. Oh, I didn't even take a look at anybody in my transfer portal that I was interested in, which was only going to be Chad Burns, and he didn't transfer, so we're good. All right. I do have skills. Okay, Kimron is no longer getting offered, so we can pull the points out of him. He's coming here. Carmichael did get offered. And there's a visit scheduled by Ole Miss. They scheduled week 3. They might have actually screwed me over for this guy. That's incredible if they did. Wow. I just got mind gamed. All right, we didn't get any points in him, any points in him, any points in him. Nebraska's put visits on the board. Okay. Same with his power rusher. We'll come back to those guys for sure. The rest of the high school recruits are fine. Here's the big one. Do we have a chance at JR Zinner? I think we do. I think we do. I'm going to schedule him week 3 because nobody's scheduled. He wants championship contender. We're good at championship contender. We are contending. Do we know what he is? I can use the calculator for this, and I will, because we just need to, we got to figure it out. What is that called? collegefootball.gg. Recruiting insight engine? Is that what it is? Yeah. So his motivators: no to proximity to home, no to playing style, no to playing time. And then we know it's yes to championship contender. That means it has 3 chances of things it can be: aspirational goals, Sunday player, and to the house. That's a lot. That's a lot of things. I don't think I can risk the soft sell on both of those. Unless there's a shared between them, maybe. Aspirational goals, champ contender, coach prestige, conference prestige. That'd be coach and conference. Sunday, champ contender, conference prestige. So both would be shared. The difference would be pro potential. This one would be coach prestige. And this one says it's different entirely. I think we got to stick with Sin the House, according to the calculator. I hate to do that, but I think we have to. Kicker, Randy Fasano. Nobody's even in on this guy. Will Crow. We have jumped into the top of, like, we are in his options. Brand exposure. Brand exposure, yes. No to coach prestige and playing time. This one's Gym Rat. Wow, we got it unlocked. And we have D+ for facilities. That's not great. Mike Holcomb. Not gonna worry about him. Joel Osai. Gosh, Texas. Oh, you pissed me off. He has brand exposure. I'd really like to not have to burn it on brand exposure. But I have, if I don't get a visit in on week 3, we run the risk of Texas getting him. He has no to playing style, no to stadium atmosphere, yes to champ contender, yes to brand exposure. It's either primetime player or to the house. Okay, champ contender. And it's a 50-50 on whether it's to the house or primetime player. So I guess we send the house again. I don't really feel good about guessing on it. 50-50 is too hard to, I think, bank on. Javon Beebe. Oh, I'd really like to bring him in as well. First of all, who's not offered? Flanagan's not offered. Wilder is, and this is going to be pretty contentious. Nothing we can do about that one currently, though. Okuda also is, but nothing we can do about that one, so it comes down to BB. He has playing style and coach prestige. Oh, there's a star rating. Hang on, we might have to go back through these guys. All right, so star rating is 4-star, transfer portal. Interesting. There's some he can't even be. He has playing style and coach prestige. It's standard bearer. This is cheating. Hey, we do what we can to get an advantage here. I learned that from Nick Saban. No complimentary visits, though. I think for all the guys that I'm a little on the fence about whether we can pull them in or not, they got to come in week 3. Top 8, top 8. Not gonna worry about Fox Flores. Not gonna worry about him or him or him. We just checked him. Osai. I think there was only one he could be, right? He's a 4-star wide receiver that has champ contender brand exposure. No to playing style. No to stadium atmosphere. It's a 63% of to the house. Do we just try that? Do we soft sell it to the house? I think we soft sell it. House call. I think they're talking about house call. So I think what it's saying is that he has a high chance of being that because of his star rating. So that is something we can consider. Pro is a 4-star linebacker that had brand exposure, athletic facilities, brand exposure, yeah. No to playing time, no to coach prestige, yes to brand exposure. No, not coach stability, coach prestige. Yeah, it's Jim Rat. Okay. And then J.R. Zinner, we looked at him, right? He is also, he's a 5-star. So let's reset this. He is a 5-star transfer player. That means there's 2 things he can't even be. He has champ contender, yes. He has no to playing style, no to playing time, no to proximity to home. That means the highest chance is that he's a Sunday player. 53% chance. I think 53 is high enough for us to do a soft sell for Sunday player. And then 25 and 5 the rest. It's gutsy, but I think that's the way we go. So that leaves us 515 points. I'm a little worried about these visits. I'm not going to lie. I think I scheduled these visits for week 2. I can't. Oh, you punks. We scheduled that for week 4. Oh, man, I think I got screwed over on some of these guys. What do we even need? Feel pretty good about the offensive line. Safety. Certainly wouldn't mind another safety. I mean, Tercero is still the best option available. Sure, we'll add Tercero. I don't really care too much. It's a guy. I'm just a little concerned about potentially having too many players, but I suppose that's fine. I'll go ahead and add 50 to Fox Flores as well. That leaves one more recruit. OLB, guard, tackle. I think we've lost out on the star players at defensive line. Who are we going to lose here? Potentially. We run the risk of losing edge rusher, guard, tight end. We're over on tight ends. Guards we're down on, but we could use another edge rusher, I think. I think we just take the best scheme fit available. Pure powers, no. Pure powers, no. Speed rusher playing time. I don't think he would play, but we'll add UCLA speed rusher here. Joellis Walls. Got that wrong. Quick jump. He's not bad. 91 acceleration. 85 finesse moves. He could be a good third down guy. Wouldn't mind an edge setter either. Let's go ahead and sim again. Who's ready for a visit that we don't? These two. If we need to schedule these guys week 4, though, we still can. We still have time for that, so I'm not worried about it. And then Leo Crow. We didn't schedule him. Why did we not schedule him? Pro potential. Let's schedule Leo Crow for pro potential. We're gonna have to hope that this works. This is we're all banking on something that might not happen here. I also want to go ahead and upgrade something. DBs and LBs take a fatigue hit for every 4+ yard rush. We're gonna go back to ground pound this year pretty significantly. So I think I'd like that. Not too many people run Scheme Guru. I think too many people run the whole recruiter. They run the kind of cheesy stuff. I'm not a big fan of that. Let's go to period 3. Can we get this quarterback? We bring in Alejandro Mond. I think he was one of the ones. Was he the one that was on the cut line? He was. Okay. That's big. Could be bigger. Carmichael. Ugh, I think we're going to lose Carmichael. I think we're going to get Ty Griffin. I don't think I have to put any points into him. We got Mond. I don't think we can win Zinner. We missed out on the soft sell. Yeah. Kind of got beat down by that. What is it? Champ contender, yes. No to conference prestige. No to pro potential. No to proximity to the home. It's to the house. Oh, man. I should have just kept house call. There's a chance. Let's sit on it. There's a chance. I'm a little worried about Michigan putting a visit on for week 4. I gotta hope with him I can, because if I don't bring in him, I'm screwed. Fact of the matter. Leo Crow also not really gaining any ground on. We have to hope that the visit helps out there. Terrell Holcomb, we definitely need Terrell Holcomb. We know his, man. What is with the athletic facilities, guys? What are we transferring for athletic facilities? Like, this is the new for the program. I guess it wouldn't be bad to go ahead and schedule him for week 4. We have one visit scheduled though. Let's come back to that. Osai. We got the house call soft sell correct. So now we can hard sell. I think we're going to lose out on most of the players we wanted here. BB. Okuda, we should be good on. So he is 4-star. Coach prestige and conference prestige. No to academic, no to athletic, no to coach stability, no to pro potential. He's almost certainly status seeker. I don't think I can play the game though with him because I'm a little concerned that we miss out on that opportunity. Jamaris Wilder. Playing style, conference prestige. No to coach stability, no to playing time. No to tradition, no to proximity to home. He's probably gamer. It's a very good chance he's gamer. And we need the, I think we Hail Mary on this guy here. Joelis Walls. We're competing with TCU for. I'm gonna pull the points out of this guy. I'm not gonna worry too much about players that I'm gonna bring in. Auburn's trying to beat me for John Tercero now. What is going on, man? James Flanagan. So we're gonna need some week 4 visits. don't want to lose this guy, but I don't think I have a choice. Holcomb. We have Holcomb. We have Okuda. Who can come in this week? Nobody. Okay, so we have 3 spots available for week 4. I think it's going to be some combination of Okuda would be really nice to have. We're doing Sit in the House. He has Conference Prestige and Coach Prestige. We'll do Coach Prestige. Holcomb. We really need somebody like this as well. Pro Potential's his thing. Would have loved to bring him in week 3. Let's do Pro Potential. And then Wilder. I think this is what I do here, yeah. Conference Prestige playing style. Doing what we can there. We're doing what we can there. Doing what we can there. And there. 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 Yeah. Everywhere. I think we're going to strike out on a lot of players here. Unfortunately. We go to week 4. We're going to have to scramble for quarterback if this doesn't work out. Looks like several people locked us out. Carmichael's going to Ole Miss. Son of a biscuit eater, man. We have a week 4 visit from Nebraska now. Oh dear, it's all falling apart. Wilder locked us out. Walls locked me out for playing time. I hate that because now I have to go at him again. I did at least learn how I saw Osai. Oh, we're getting screwed. No, I can't add him back now. I hate this bug, man. It says A+ playing time, and then we get to the final week, and now it's suddenly F playing time, and I can't get him. The fact that this is new. Yeah, we lost Osai. Doggone it, we've got screwed over on this period. We always do. This is the worst. Tercero. Let's try to bring him in. Try to pivot. Alright, a 3-star transfer. He has Coach Prestige, Proximity to Home. Probably Connection. Let's do Stability, no. Conference Prestige, no. Playing Time, no. Pro Potential, no. Program Tradition, no. I mean, we have to do our best on him anyway. We do have a week 4 visit we could do. We might have to do that. I think we hard sell here for Coach Connection. We did leap on Okuda. Alright, 4-star transfer. He has Conference Prestige and Coach Prestige. He has no to Academic and Athletic. He has no to Stability. He has no to Pro Potential. He has no to Proximity to Home. We still don't know any more on this guy. We're through 3 periods and we have no information on him. BB we left on. I think we got the right one on him. Let's go. There's no chance Oregon can leap us here. Holcomb. There shouldn't be any chance that we can get left for Holcomb. Crow. There's no chance we can bring in Crow. Oh, man. Zinner. We're number 1. Oh, we're number 1 for Zinner. House call was yes. Oh, man. Okay. I can live with what we've lost so far if we can bring in Zinner. Crow's probably not in the cards for us. Which is not the worst thing in the world. I mean, he was going to be a sophomore, but he didn't have a lot of skill to him yet. Okay, all these guys are untagged. All these guys we have something for, except for Okuda, but we're leading for him. Tercero we have something for. We have 2 visits available. But only 1 we can actually do a visit for. So I'll do this. This gets us a better chance for Holcomb. Do proximity to home. That leaves us 1 more. Let's switch the song up. I've got this one. What is this one? I would like to bring in a backfield threat, maybe. I don't know. Contact seeker, north-south blocker, north-south receiver from Iowa State. Hugh Schweitzer, Michigan State. Do not want a north-south blocker. Backfield threat, junior from ECU. '92 speed, 93 acceleration. Yeah, sure. I say so. Linebacker, definitely what we have to pivot to most. Let's go ahead and search. Recruit stage open. We're looking at any 3 stars at OLB, Lurker. How about MLB Lurkers? We have 2. Georgia with an, no, who's that? San Jose State with an offer on 1. Let's just take a look. Nope. Can we do a box safety maybe? Like a box strong safety? It's not ideal, but we could always convert a guy. There is none. We do have some free safeties that are box. All these guys would be good. Okay. 203, 200, 209. Let's try the first 3 here. Okay. I'd say Keys isn't bad. I'm not too concerned about wide receiver. I already wasn't planning on having anybody there. It looks like we lost everybody now, so it's updated our needs because now we need tackle. I really dislike how they haven't fixed that. That's a little frustrating. Tackle wouldn't be bad. Is there a tackle that's power rusher? Franklin Chamberlain? Eric, power rusher, DeMarco Snow? Playing style? I mean, sure. Let's check him out. Very fast, very strong, has grip breaker. Power moves are an 81. Sure, why not? I'm really banking on us bringing in the quarterback here. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do it, and if next year we don't have a good quarterback situation, we don't have a good quarterback situation. This is reckless, but I'm kind of like, I don't want to sit here all day trying to make something happen that might not happen. Terrell Holcomb. The first domino drops, and he's not a bad one. He's not at all a bad one. Slade Kimron, the 5-star wide receiver, comes in. He has platinum cutter. Dale Stewart, running back. That was a good one. Tim Boss, tight end. We're looking for Zinner here. J.R. Zinner. Ty Tippin comes in. Kevin Avila. Oscar Thomas. Randy Fasano. James Flanagan. I'm nervous now. Every second I don't see his name, I'm getting scared. John Okuda comes in. It's not going in order. John Tercero. It's not going in order, right? Lynn Rochelle. Eddie Love Jr. I'm getting real scared now. Every second I don't see his name, man. DeMarco Snow. We lost him. He signed with Michigan. That's it. We don't have any other quarterbacks. We lost out on this George Keys. That's not a big deal. We lost out on Javon Beebe, too. How is this possible? Beebe, who had impact dev. Okay, so not the biggest deal in the world, but he was a good player. We lost out on Leo Crow, who had star dev, of course. And J.R. Zinner, who had elite dev. We lost out on an elite dev, 5-star quarterback with 99. Oh, okay. So we will be playing Michigan. That is confirmed. We will 100% be playing Michigan. I'm actually pretty upset about that. That's pretty frustrating. From a story perspective, that's fun, but wow, we really missed out on him. So 31 scholarships sent out this year. Really great recruiting class. Like, I don't want the failure of the transfer portal so far to overshadow what was a top 10 recruiting class. Unfortunately, not top 5. We were so close. I think that 5-star would have put us over the edge. I think we would have been probably 4th in the nation. And you need top 5 recruiting classes to unlock elite recruiter. That's very unfortunate. Michigan with the killer pull at the end. Michigan, who's gone through a little bit this week, but does get a really good one there. Slade Cameron, let's take a look. Elite Dev! Oh! This is the guy I've been so excited for all season. And I didn't know if I wanted to play him over Chad Burns. First of all, I thought Chad Burns was transferring, so I was a little like, okay, you know, whatever. I'm bringing in a guy with platinum cutter. He's good. He's already fast, 89 speed, 89 acceleration. He has decent route running. His medium's really good. He has best friend, which I don't know what best friend means. He's got a best friend already. He hasn't even been on campus for a day. He's golden. He's got a golden best friend. He's got elite dev. Oh man. Okay, here is the gym running back, Dale Stewart. East-West playmaker. We were looking at him as more of a 4-year project, and he's got impact. So, okay. He is just that, but he's the campus legend right now. BMOC. Diaper Dandy. Tim Boss, impact dev. Pure blocker. Okay. Austin Hunt, lurker linebacker. Impact dev. Okay. I don't know if the JUCO transfers get development on their first year. Ty Tippin, 4-star guard, normal. That's pretty underwhelming. The kicker does have impact dev as well. Kevin Leo has impact dev. Glenn Rochelle, normal, also underwhelming. Normal athlete, contested specialist. Impact dev, pure possession, tight end. That's exciting. I'm really interested in that. Chester Willies, we already looked at him. Okay, so these are all the guys we'd already brought in. Mond was the latest one. He has star. Mond had star. Wow. Okay, so Terrell Holcomb has impact dev. He will start this year. John Okuda has star dev. He will also start this year. Tercero's normal. Eddie Love is impact. That's pretty good. Fasano impact. Flanagan impact. Fox Flores impact. Vincent Henderson normal. And DeMarco Snow impact. That's pretty awesome. Do we have like a celebration song here? What is this? Kinda. What about this one? There we go. Position changes. All right. This is our quarterback room. This is what's most scary to me. We do not... So we're going to ignore the fact that we didn't get a quarterback because this is what we're starting next year. Either a 90 overall quarterback. Wow, he's so good, right? 90 overall. Goodness. His accuracy can't get better than like 6 bars. His IQ can't go up. Chester Willies, backfield creator. Freshman we bring in. Are we going to start a true freshman at quarterback? Because right now, I think we are. We brought in 4-star gym quarterback Chester Willies. And I got to tell you, I think right now he starts over Alexander Newsom. Running back, we've got Cornelius, of course, Miles Ahinicho. Welcome to the team, Luis Samuel, who is star dev, freshman running back. 91 speed, 90 acceleration. He's our lowest rated running back, but I do think he's going to play this year. I cannot risk losing him. Eddie Love, who I don't know if he'll actually play over Miles Ahinicho. Wide receiver, we've got so many wide receivers. What am I looking at here? So right now, you can expect probably to see Kimron's going to start for sure. Burns probably will start, but he's 5'8", 5'7". Oh man, that's small. Weil, I just don't know yet. I don't know what we're doing. Flanagan's 86, Carter's 85, Flores 83. Okay, let me come back to that. Man, there's just so much going on right now. Kind of hard to stay on top of. We've got 2 punters. We've got 2 kickers. Fasano's going to be really good. All right, David Ojeda comes in. He is a star dev thumper linebacker. What can we do with him now? We can play him at thumper. Not ideal. We could move him to edge. Maybe. Box specialist, safety? I don't love that. Boundary corner. Maybe. I mean, he'd be a huge corner. 240? Boundary would be interesting. He's just a little heavy. That's the only thing that scares me. What are his, what's his stats? I wish it showed you their speed and stuff. 93 speed, 90 acceleration, 87 change of direction and agility. I mean, he certainly could. Dale Stewart, East-West playmaker. Is there a world in which this guy is a wide receiver? No, not really. That's fine. Running back. Rafael Ramond, 88 speed, 90 acceleration. Not playing him at running back. 6'3". Are you kidding me? He can play hybrid safety, boundary corner as well, or wide receiver. I think we look at either corner or safety. I'm not sure just yet. Pure possession tight end. And he could play linebacker. Not doing that though. I'm definitely playing him at tight end. And then we have another athlete thumper here. 88 speed, 86 acceleration, Glenn Rochelle. At 6'1", 221. He would be a coverage specialist. Okay, that's pretty big, actually. He would be a lurker, too. Ooh. Ooh. Hold the phone. Do we want to play him at lurker? I think we do. Because we don't have... I have one lurker depth piece. I have one lurker depth piece. So yeah, if we can transition one of these thumper guys to lurker, he's going to be a much more athletic lurker than he would have been previously. So I'd say, yeah, let's do that. Then that leaves agile center Kevin Leo. What we're going to do with him. Ready for this one? Fullback. 63 overall, blocking archetype, fullback. Yes, he could play defensive tackle. We've got guys for that. I wanted an agile guy specifically to move to fullback, and I think that's perfect. Now we just have to figure out really what to do with Raymond and Ojeda here. Raymond, again, could play boundary, but he can also play hybrid safety. We could still play him at corner. We could play him at lurker linebacker. He's a little light for that, though. He's a little light. I don't think you can play him at lurker. I think you really are looking at probably safety here. Or corner. Ojeda. Again, I don't want a box specialist. I just don't like the ability set they get. We could play him at edge rusher, but then he's not going to play a whole lot. We could play him at corner, but again, he's not going to play a whole lot. And I don't know that I want him on the bench. What's his deal breaker? Do we know? Pro potential. Which is best at linebacker. At corner, I don't know that we have pro potential for him. Defensive tackle. Now, we do have pro potential at edge rusher. Do I play another one at edge rusher? I mean... This is tough. This is really tough. Don't have any crazy wide receivers, no. Let's break on that. So Timote Vu, probably, is he starting at tackle? I think so. We have John Okuda. Man, that's gonna trip me up all year. Well-rounded. If we move his position, he stays well-rounded. No, he can move to pass protector. We don't want that. We do not want him to move out to tackle because he'll be a pass protector. Okay, got it. Devin Harper at center. Do we have any other strong linemen? A little tricky here. Left tackle Al Haddad. Where's he at? There he is. Star Dev. I think Al Haddad could start it. Let's move him to left tackle. Vu's got to play outside, and Vu's gonna start. So he's 6'8", 305. Right now, it's definitely Vu, no Kuda. Raw strength tackle stays raw strength all the way through. Raw strength tackle stays raw strength all the way through. And same here. What about James Pratt? What do we do with him? He's star dev too. He's gonna be good, but like, what do I do with him? Do we say the right side of our line is the running side of our line, and then the left side of our line is not? So we still need left guard. I have Parker Singletary as the guy to look for there. Parker Singletary, raw strength, freshman tackle. If we kick him to left guard, he goes up. He stays raw strength. He's impact dev. I think we say the entire right side of our line is the running side of the line. So Harper through to Okuda, through to Timote Vu. And then maybe we kick Pratt over to left guard. He would be a raw strength tackle, but he'd lose his archetypes. Let's kick him over to pass protector on the left side. We still have Lamar Williams, by the way. I don't see... I don't know what we do here. Williams would kick over to being a well-rounded lineman if he moved elsewhere, which wouldn't be bad either over agile. We could just have a full-on well-rounded line. Well-rounded, strength. Let me look at the abilities real quick. Sorry, I'm sure this is not the most exciting thing here. Just this is the future of the team. This is the kind of stuff you got to do. Agile versus well-rounded. They both get outside shield. They both get option shield. Agile gets quick drop, which gives them very good pass blocking. Well-rounded instead gets pocket shield. Which lets them pass block better under 10 yards. What's inside shield? Inside block. Inside shield's pretty good. I think that we move them. And then strong grip. I think with how much I run power, I think agile is less useful. I think we move him to well-rounded. Now, who's the better run blocker? Pass blocking's better for Lamar Williams. Run blocking's better for Timote Vu. Marginally. Strength better for Lamar Williams. Yeah, I actually think Timote Vu's a better left tackle. So let's move Timote Vu over. Oh, but then he changes to pass protector, which I don't want. So we have to keep him there. So Lamar Williams will take him back to left tackle. Now he's a well-rounded. We've kind of fudged the system a little bit. I don't like the way that works. So yeah, now he's well-rounded. Got Al Haddad as his backup. Al Haddad is a pass protector no matter what. I think this is pretty good so far. And then any high strength players that are never going to play. Parker Singletary maybe would be good center. Kind of like next year's man up center wise. What about Mike Kingsbury? Nope. Ty Tiffin? DeMarco Grigsby? We go with that. I think we go with that. That's not bad. That leaves edge, so we don't really have a great backup here to Markel Vincent and Trent Godwin. We've got some players, but none of them... Oh, we've already got a star player on the bench. I don't know though I want another star edge rusher. I think we could use more cornerback depth, to be honest, especially if I'm running another year of nickel. So we can make 2 more boundary players. I think we make this guy a hybrid safety. And Ojeda, I'm going to make a corner. And I think this risks us losing him. I'm a little concerned about this. Yeah, now we don't have pro potential, so that might have been a mistake. Now we're going to lose Ojeda next year. And if I move him again, I think he's already capped at skill points. That might have been a mistake. Maybe I should have kept him at edge rusher. Oh well. Yeah. Oh well. And then I can't bring in a quarterback next year either, though. Do I move Newsom? Because he's going to screw up playing time deal breakers. I think we keep him. I think we keep him. I think I just lay in the bed I made when it comes to this. Alright, who upgrades? This is the fun part of the offseason. First guy is going to be Chad Burns upgrades to star. Really? He had 800 yards. That makes it hard to bench him, though. He's the only one. That's going to make him really hard to bench him, but Slade Kimron has to play. There's no way around it. Right, let's start with Alexander Newsom. What do we get up here? I mean, 29 points? That's not even that much. We can get accuracy boost to pitches. Whoop-de-doo. He can't get any better as a passer. He can get more throw power, but that's not really doing much for him. Quickness, I guess? Just make him faster. You know what we do is we hope he gets drafted. If he gets drafted, we're set. Joey Norris. This is going to be a tough year. Sleight of hand. We always go sleight of hand. That's the moneymaker for this offense. Now we're going to go accuracy, get him up to a 76. Still not going to start. John Okonkwo. We want toughness up? What would that take? Health? That's actually kind of expensive. Shifty and sidestep. Would need speed and juke. So I guess speed. Not a great player. Okay, Cornelius Warren, this is where you have to take a big step up, my friend. And there's not really a lot of area for you to do so. We can improve his spin moves, but he's stuck at gold sidestep. That's a bit unfortunate. Stamina. Stamina is part of quickness, and he's capped out there. We can make him a better pass catcher. We can also make him stronger. I don't necessarily care about the strength, although the injury would be nice. I wouldn't mind making him a better pass catcher. He's got decent hands, decent route running. Put a point into power and just kind of wash my hands of it. Gets his injury up one. He's not significantly better than he was last year. That's the unfortunate thing. Hinicho also can't get significantly better here. We can get his hands up, get his route running up. He's an 88 overall. Like, come on. Platinum safety valve, so he's a really, really, really good pass catcher. We're just gonna get him drafted, I guess. That's pretty much the goal with him. How about Amani Alaka? Also can't get significantly better. Can get his hands up. I guess we'll go power. Eddie Love. Quickness can go up. He's a senior. Well, he's an interesting player, isn't he? We get sidestep up. Catching could get up. Or we could just do quickness. I think we do 1 to elusiveness. Get bronze sidestep. That's pretty necessary. Get 1 to hands. Lets us get safety valve. And then we can do another 1 to elusiveness. Make him a pretty elusive player. Alright, Lonnie Frazier. This was a guy I was really excited about, and unfortunately I just don't think there's a role for him in the future. I mean, we can get his speed up, so that's not bad. We'll go ahead and do that. And get his route running to a manageable point. And now, do we just sit on his speed where it's at currently and just kind of wait for him? I think so. I think we saved those points. Fullback Ricky Childers, about to be a senior. He is a senior. We'll go blocking again. We can get improved second level blocking. And go blocking again. Al Tolbert, somebody I'm expecting probably will leave because I don't actually have a use for a utility blocker or a utility fullback. There really is zero use for that. Improved cut blocks isn't bad though. Chad Burns, star, with 53 points. Has to be faster, I think. Cutter is definitely one I want to get to platinum. Sure hands also would be nice. Double dip's not bad. Okay, so he's like the ultimate route runner now. I don't even know if I need speed on him. Maybe I just make him a route runner specialist. With better hands? I don't have enough points for sure hands, but you know what? I can sit on that and then get those. His awareness is really low. That's a little concerning, but that's okay. I want this to be the guy that, yeah, he's not the most dynamic, but on third down, there's one man on the team I can trust, and that's Chad Burns. So we're going to save for that sure hands. Get that to gold. That's a pretty good player. Dalton Weil, this is also going to be a pretty good player. Quickness would be good. He's a physical route runner, so we also wouldn't mind like beating the press, or cutter obviously would be really good. We want to get that as high as we can get that. 50-50 would be great, but we can't get 50-50. We're stuck at bronze. That's pretty unfortunate. Beat the press also would be really good. Kind of just make him a big body target as a junior. That power would be nice to have. He's proximity to home, so we can go ahead and put points into stuff like that. Wouldn't mind 1 point into his quickness. That makes him pretty substantially quicker. We have 9 points, so we could do, I think, 1 into IQ, and then 1 into route running. How about that for your wide receiver 3? AJ Schneider did not get a bump to impact. I think that's bunk, personally. He get 50-50? He can. Huh. Silver Sure Hands, platinum 50-50? This year's Jalen Brown, maybe? How about Ed Bacchus? This is our physical route. We have a lot of physical route runners on this team. And you already know the drill. If you have the ability to get these abilities, we're going to do that. Hands up. Hands up again. Oh, 1 point off Sure Hands Platinum. Wouldn't mind getting it, but jump ball wouldn't be bad. Let's save the point. So Bacchus and Schneider don't really get any better overall wise. Caleb Vincent, contested specialist. And he's got speed on him. Wouldn't it be something to get a guy with... Oh, but he doesn't have Press Pro. That's kind of unfortunate. I don't really know where you go with this guy. I mean, we give him speed. I think I'm just going to sit on the points. I don't expect to play Caleb Vincent once this year. Keenan Major. Physical route runner. We got a few of those. I just want to know if you come into the game, can you at least catch a ball? That is the main thing I'm concerned with. Devin Kesey. Now, this guy's someone we can't sleep on either. 4-star impact gadget player, and we want to get him shifty and sidestep and cutter. Those are the big three that we want. So, what do we need to get shifty up? 94 COD, 90 acceleration. So, we need COD to go up. Gives us sidestep. We need one more COD. Gives us shifty. Gives us bronze shifty. Or silver shifty. So now we need COD up 1 and acceleration up 1. Now we can do quickness up 1. What does that give us? Nothing. Take COD up. We don't have enough points. We're not very close on cutter. That's a bit unfortunate. That's okay. I think we sit there. This year, we're just not going to spend a lot of points because conference prestige, that's going to go. He'll stay for his entire tenure. Chauncey Tam, speedster freshman, impact dev. I for sure want takeoff and shifty here. He's going to need a lot more change of direction and acceleration. That's a bit unfortunate. Let's do that right there. Still short on change of direction. That's crazy. All right, that's good enough. James Flanagan, pure blocker tight end. We already know, to be on this offense, you have to be a really good blocker. I don't care about pass blocking. I care about run blocking. Strength isn't going to get high enough, unfortunately. Impact blocking, what is that? Can you even train that? Oh, it's blocking. '97 overall. What? Come on. You look at a guy like this, you're really going to say he's 99 overall? They overinflate pure blockers so hard. Dion Carter. Sure hands, absolutely. Can get cutter with medium route up. That would be really, really good. Is that gonna be enough? It's gonna take one more. Oh, it's gonna take one more even. Really good route runner now, though. The goal is to get as many tight ends drafted as possible, I guess. Five points. Max out his blocking. Now, 91 overall. Oh, he's just the best player in the game for no reason. Kevin Ty, pure blocker. What do we think we can get him up to? He's only an 81 right now. Just like that, he's an 83. We don't have the points actually to get him all the way up. 86 suddenly. Junior. Tackle Lamar Williams. Now well-rounded. That's really important. We can max out his run blocking, which we will do. Double team on inside runs. Yes. Yes. Let's get that run blocking up. That gets us outside shield. We can get improved pass blocking. Yup, definitely want that. Option offense wouldn't be bad, but I think he's a senior. So what I'd like to do instead is probably go ahead and just bump up that awareness. That's a pretty good left tackle. Really good running tackle right there. We can run outside to the left for sure. Caleb Trufant, pass protector. Yep. Unfortunately, not a great player here, but we can maybe do this where we get his run blocking up and then move him, and maybe that'll be enough to change his attribute to something else. He's got proximity to home, so there's no chance of him leaving. Just do that, just in case he ever has to come in. James Pratt. Star Dev. Coach Prestige is his biggest thing. Let's get that run blocking maxed out now. And unfortunately, he just doesn't have any run blocking ability. That's what really worries me. Footwork, maybe? We can get his strength up considerably. The problem with James Pratt is I'm trying to take a guy who's not supposed to be a run blocker and turn him into a run blocker, and that's just not something I think I can really... I should have done. '82 overall. Man, it is starting to get hot in here. It's actually pretty hot today. Oscar Aguilera is capped out as a run blocker. Here's another guy that's just not intriguing. Three points. Can't put that in anything. We'll do footwork. Fine. He's an 82. Some of these ratings are so inflated. Devin Harper. Impact Dev. This guy's exciting. What can he do? Run block. He can't get better on that, though. So we're stuck with ground and pound. Stuck with gold workhorse. Strength, maybe? Nope, we're stuck where we are there. Toughness. Nope. Impact blocking? Nope. Run block power and run block. We're stuck where we are on him when it comes to abilities. So, what we can try to do is get his footwork up, maybe? Or just get his pass blocking up, I guess. Stamina wouldn't be bad either. There we go. TJ Pryor. And he's capped. Why is he capped? I guess he's been capped. I don't know. That's unfortunate. John Okuda. 50 points. Junior. Star, well-rounded player. Oh! Let's get that all the way up. Double teams on outside runs. Yes. Double teams on inside runs. Absolutely. Let's max that out. And max out outside runs. 8 points. Option blocking, pass blocking. Not too worried about those. This guy's going to get drafted no matter what, right? Like, there's just no way I can hang on to him. So either with my 8 points, I could save for outside shield platinum, which probably would be the right move. Yeah, that's the right move. Oh, man. John Okuda and Timote Vu are going to make a really fun right side of the line. Because we can get Timote Vu up considerably, and now we can go inside shield, outside shield, and then platinum outside shield. We could try to get him to platinum inside shield. That's not going to happen. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen. We'll save the points for his run blocking, though. Kingsbury. Just get that run blocking up. Didn't increase his overall at all, so he'll still be here next year. And then Rick Hooks, raw strength. Put some points in the agility. I guess put some points into his power. I don't know. Randall Keller, raw strength. Double teams on inside runs. Sure, why not? Put some points into that. Double teams on inside runs. Run block wins. Fatigue defender. We love that. That's great. Not a bad player. Logan Jollenbeck. Power. Or raw strength, I mean. He is also capped. Okay. Markel Vincent, still impact. Unfortunately, he has just not gotten a dev boost his entire time here. Wouldn't mind putting a point or two into power moves. We definitely want this gold pocket disruptor. Fatigue recovery wouldn't be bad. I'm not going to worry about that just yet. We need 94 finesse moves. So they actually, I think they changed the thing on this now. So you can actually get these without having to have power moves. So that's pretty nice. Improve sack attempts. No, I wouldn't mind this, but that requires the power moves, and we don't have that. So that's not going to happen. We can get his quickness up. No, we can't. We could get his run stopping up, though. I feel like Markel's had impact dev, but hasn't really ever actualized the development from it, unfortunately. All right, Trent Godwin has so many skill points he can spend. Man, oh man. All right, let's get abilities here because we want to hold on to Trent Godwin as long as we can. So we're going to max out recoup. Let's keep going for finesse moves. The goal with him is to have him his entire career. Let's do another one into quickness. I was almost thinking do another one into quickness. $80 overall. So on paper, we may not look the best at edge rusher. But Godwin, after one more year of development, is probably going to be in the 90s. And then Alex Trevino, also pretty good speed rusher. Could even be a thing where we trust him more on third down, potentially. I'm not saying that's for sure what's going to happen, but you never know. Let's max him out as a block shedder. I don't care about improved sack attempts. What does he have? Proximity to home? Okay, so he'll stay here. Joey Abbott. It's getting real hot in here. My goodness. Is pure power. He has maximum pocket disruptor. Playing style. Pretty good player. Mari Smiley. Maxed out as a pass rusher. Then Glenn Cole, 280 pounds. Was he who I was wanting to switch over to a defensive tackle? I think he was. I kind of forgot about that. That's all right. Defensive tackle. Otis did not go up to star dev, which is interesting considering he had 20 sacks. I feel like he definitely should have. What are you going to do about it, though? Boost against pass blocks on 3rd and 4th and long. We'll go ahead and get that. And then run stopping, we'll get that one up one. Improved shedding on inside runs would be nice. Now he's up to 14 points. And I think at this point, like, the pass rushing is probably already there. We're not going to get his power up enough, unfortunately. That's a little underwhelming. We could get his IQ up. Or get his pass rushing up. But we could do one pass rush. And then one of these, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I'm good with that. Randy Noble, power rusher. Sure. Noble's not going to play much. Acker gap specialist. I'd say he has a good chance to play, but Kiki Ejiofor could be pretty interesting. Pure power. I think I'd like to just go ahead and bump up his power because a player like this, yeah, let's get his abilities. His playing style. Save those other points. DeMarco Snow. Power rusher. Junior. But honestly, not that impressive. What's he missing here? Everything. So we'll just get that IQ up. I guess this is a guy you bring in that's smart. And that's pretty much it. Oh my goodness, it's so hot in here. I'm just trying to get through this. This is always the longest process. Cam Westbrooks is pure power again. He's already maxed out on power. We might as well max out his rushing ability. And then Kofi Yig. He is power rusher. Let's get an ability. And again, I kind of just want a guy who's got a lot of power. Especially, I mean, he has proximity to home. So he'll stay here his entire tenure if we just worry about getting his like attributes up. Then we can start worrying about getting his other things up as well. Like, we'll do that kind of jazz right now. He doesn't need to play right away. Oh, man, there's so many players to go through. Tremaine Suggs, Thumper. He's pretty fast. Pass rush up 1. Maybe run stopping up 2. And then with the remaining 6 points, we could go into run stopping again. If we play a really good running team, it'd be useful. Athia Littlejohn. All right, here's the big ones. Darren Lamb, Mike linebacker. Signal caller, elite dev. 43 points to spin though? Like, that's it on elite dev? I don't know. I guess that's just a little underwhelming in my opinion. I'd certainly like his pass coverage to be better. We could get his block shedding up 1. That wouldn't be bad. It's going to be a little costly to get this maxed out. Wrap up would be really good. Get that to platinum. And then with the remaining 9 points, I guess, IQ. Unfortunately, I just don't think he got enough points. And then we have Terrell Holcomb, lurker, and he's capped out. Oh, okay. That's okay. So that's it. That's as good as he'll ever be as a player. He's a senior. Ian Slaughter, we have another signal caller linebacker, sophomore. He has coach prestige. We just go ahead and cap out his IQ and awareness. I think that's a pretty fun idea. 96 overall. Or not 96 overall, but Colin Lester, another signal caller. This is just kind of the way I go with these guys, the backups. I want them to be smart. I want if you're a backup player, it's because you're smart. We're kind of not expecting a whole lot from you, but if you come in, you better be able to know what you're doing. We're not going to have anybody on Tavion Wallace or Andy McGlynn's level this year, though. That's for sure. Tyler Cormier. Another guy we'll just put IQ into. And then pass coverage. All right, corner. Here's the fun one. Cole Punga comes back for his redshirt junior year, 4th year with the program. And we can get that quickness up a little bit. I don't want the pass rushing one. I still project him to play on the outside, I think. We could get the man coverage up, and that's going to be really good. Let's do that up one. The goal is to get blanket coverage here, I think. Get that up again. Jammer wouldn't be bad. We could actually jam him with him this year. 18 points. Could get that quickness up, but I don't think that's necessary. I think I'd much rather worry about getting either his hands up, maybe. Or his tackling even wouldn't be bad. Let's do man coverage up one. That way we can do blanket coverage up again. And then I'm even going to do one more in man coverage. Okay, he's a pretty good player now. He's a pretty good player. Morgan Ellington. He's the next one we're going to do. Morgan. 5-star player, zone corner. 66 points to put into here. Let's get those hands up just a little bit. Just to start. Now what do we want to do with this guy? Well, quickness wouldn't be bad. Quickness would make it where we can probably hang on to him longer. I think we maxed that out. And suddenly those points are kind of gone. That's okay. Get the awareness in the zone and all that up a little bit. It's a little hard. I don't want to go too far here. He's only a sophomore. I'd like to keep him around a little bit. Maybe we can get the hands up some more. The man coverage is also pretty bad. Get house call up some. 14 points. Maybe you put some into man coverage just to make sure it's not really, really bad. And then another into hands. 86 overall sophomore. How about Jameel Mangold? Could he play slot? Possibly. Elite Dev, 86 points! Oh! We're going to do that right there. 99 speed, 99 acceleration, 99 stamina, 99... Whoa, Jameel Mangold, and he's proximity to home, and he's going to start, so there's 0 chance of him actually leaving, other than through the draft. I think. I'm pretty sure. A little nervous to get this up too high. I do need to get it up, though. Change of direction is pretty good still. He is going to play, so it's not like I should just worry about getting all the fun stuff up, but at the same time, get that up a little more. Like the quick jump would be nice. Let's get his man coverage up one more. Let's 86 is already starting to be a little too high for my taste. Let's just get the hands up. I'm so nervous to get this guy up high enough to where he gets drafted. So we have 3 86 plus players. Landry Wells, normal. Playing time, buddy. Look at what's ahead of you. It's not going to happen. Let that dream die right now. Boundary player. Wouldn't be a bad idea to just max him out. My thinking being he's going to be a backup anyway, so if he can come in and be solid at one thing, then that kind of sets him apart from the other backups. Don't forget we have DeAndre Uzama, though. Star zone player with 54 points to spend. Let's get another point into quickness. I guess we can cap out his zone. Really no reason not to. Maybe hands for the rest? Unfortunately, this guy's caps are kind of crap. Yeah, let's do that. Uzama right now, probably 4th player behind, ahead of Wells. I don't know. It's kind of tough to say. We have Hillman. Another boundary player. Might as well just get his awareness and stuff up. I like to get the catching up to the point where it's no longer 1 point. Get that speed up. And then Zeke Kukwa, bump and run, sophomore, impact. So certainly interesting. We can get his play rec up. That wouldn't be bad. Get those hands up some. Get that run stopping up some. Get that speed up. Raheem Stroud comes back. Star dev player. What can we change on him? 44 points. What can we do? We can get that IQ up some. Let's get his run support up one. Does that do anything? No. Run support up one again. Block resistance. That's not bad. Power wouldn't be bad, but the hit power is never going to be great, so there's really no point in worrying about it. Get play rec and stuff up. 90 overall. Kalawaya, don't forget him. Impact dev. We could get his zone up. His hands up. Again, I want guys that can take the ball away. Some of our offense is going to have to be defense here. Let's get the awareness up some. Get ball hawk up. Let's even do it one more time. So the highest he'll ever be is gold, ball hawk. That's not bad though. That's not at all bad. His quickness is capped out. I think we go hands here. $89 overall. That might be enough to get him drafted. I'm a little worried with how much we're improving these players, but at the same time, I want them good enough to play. Get Omari Gaines' quickness up. Hybrid player doesn't have the weight to play down low, but I mean, is there a world in which he has to? Yeah, maybe. Get that block resistance up at least, then it's something you can think about. He is a senior. We could put maybe another point into run support. And then a point into IQ. Clark Matlock, another coverage safety here. Not a great player. Decent depth piece, though. Michael Amy, another hybrid. I kind of want to, again, do run support on this guy so that I can play him in the box if I need to. He's a senior as well. We'll go IQ. And then Vincent Henderson, box specialist, senior player. We brought him in to maybe play down in that linebacker role, but something tells me that's not going to happen. But it could. Jenna Boygby, hybrid safety. Really, actually, what I want to do with a guy like this, get that quickness up. That's going to have to be faster, better. Get those hands up. Stop right there. He's not going to play. He's not going to start this year, so there's no reason to worry about it. Isaiah Bonta. Let's get those hands up and that run support up. I have an idea when it comes to these guys. I have an idea of what I'm going for. Bonta was a hybrid safety. He was a cornerback, I believe, that we converted. So his coverage might never be elite, but not going to be bad. Tercero we brought in, coverage specialist, strong safety. Just kind of a depth piece here for us. Go ahead and get his quickness up a little bit. And some zone. Some man. His man's really, really low to start. That's too low. I do run so much match coverage that I don't want to have a guy who can't do that. And then Alani Baker. This is the coverage specialist. I don't know what he was. I don't remember him. Clearly not an athlete. Okay, kicker, Randy Fasano. Senior. We have some stuff we can do with him. Power, for sure. Easier accuracy timings on short field goals. I definitely could use deep range. I can't get max deep range here. That's unfortunate. Mega leg or cheap shot. Probably cheap shot. There we go. We get that to gold. I think he'll be the best kicker we've had to this point, obviously. And then that leaves the punters, the final two on the team. It will come to an end. And we can get Coffin Corner Platinum on Deontay Waller. Not super useful, but it's there. And Dylan Agnew, the punter of the future for this team. Kick power is already maxed out. That's not bad, though. Coffin Corner, let's get this up. Oh, look, we have another platinum Coffin Corner punter. That's it. That's your training results. Let's sim forward a week. How many players do we have to cut? 13! Whoa! That's gonna be tough. 13's a large number. I think we might cut someone like Amani Alaka. First, we're gonna cut Al Tolbert. That's an easy one. Take the easy win. Oh boy. Does Oscar Aguilera have bad? No, his caps aren't terrible. PJ Pryor has bad caps, right? Yes, PJ Pryor is a bad player. Encourage. I want to say Mike Kingsbury or Rick Hooks, one of those two. It's not Kingsbury, it's the other one. Rick Hooks. Not great. Probably gone, honestly. Jollenbeck and Keller were definitely bad. Who's worse? Jollenbeck's really, really bad. So we're going to encourage him to go. And I think Keller also is pretty bad. But Keller is an 84 overall, so he's good depth. No, it's not Keller. Must be Hooks I'm thinking of. Trufant? I could have sworn we had someone with more points. I guess not. Yeah, we're going to let Hooks go. Maybe not. We're going to hang on him. I still have 10 more spots to get rid of. This is actually going to be a bit of a problem. I think Randy Noble's gone. He has Gold Workhorse. That's pretty much it. Power Rusher with no pass rushing ability. Get rid of him. Amari Smiley probably should go. Yeah, he doesn't have anything. He's a senior. No reason to keep him on. Little John, proximity to home, but I just don't see a reason to keep him either. Colin Lester's going to transfer after this year anyway, so let's get rid of him. Ezekiel Kukwa I'd like to keep on to. Dion Hilleman, not going to really ever mount to anything, but I don't want to get rid of him. Same with Landry Wells. Let's put another song on. Although I promise we're almost at the end here. I have had a lot of fun, but... Amy's probably someone we can let go. Normal Dev, Alani Baker. Probably also someone we can let walk. There's just not really a path forward for him. Hunter Deontay Waller is gone. 3 more. Obviously none of our quarterbacks can go. Do we cut Amani Alaka? There's just no room for him. We've got Stewart, who are going to redshirt. Samuel, who's going to play probably some this year. Frazier already as well, who's redshirted. Like, Alaka plays a role that we don't have, but he also doesn't play that role, if that makes sense. He's not even able to play his own role that he's supposed to be. And I don't have any wide receivers I want to get rid of. So I think, as much as it's going to hurt me to do this, Amani Alaka is going to have to go, because I don't know where I'm going to come up with 3 other players. Trufant is just good depth. I don't want to lose him. I think we'll get rid of Rick Hooks. 2 more. I can do this. And not lose Amani Alaka. Probably. Star, impact, normal for Cam Westbrooks. Will he ever play? Magic 8 Ball says probably not, right? He's proximity. No, he's playing style, pure power. He's got gold pocket disruptor, though. So I don't just want to move on from that. Schlesinger? He's impact, though. Slaughter. Here's the thing. Does Schlesinger play next year? Even with impact F? Probably not. This is so tough. Hillman. I don't want to lose Hillman, but What's the boy got skills? Matlock? Clark Matlock, 84 speed. Here you go. We kept Amani Alaka. It was not the right call, but we kept him. All right, so now we have custom conferences. I guess I can do this on stream. It's not going to take me very long. Not much to do here. Welcome to the SEC, South Alabama. It's a lot of teams. And, you know, the SEC, you want to play as many conference games as are possible. That certain conference sizes do not support every option for the number of conference games. That's fine. Custom conference location game is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It's based on conference record, and we're not going to have any protected opponents, I don't think. All right. South Alabama in the SEC. How did Troy do? 6 and 7. They did okay last year. Gosh, Texas State's a 0-star program. UL Monroe's 0-star. JMU's down to a half-star. 0-star for Coastal Carolina. That's brutal. Yeah, I think that's it. About UAB? 1-star. UNT's pretty good, though. I think we're done. We're in the SEC. Let me save before I do anything here, because I don't want to lose this. So let me save USA Season 5. I do not want to risk something here, mess something up, and then we can't change conferences. The biggest thing here is that we go to the SEC. This is going to be a tough year. This is going to be a really tough year, especially with the quarterback situation the way it is. That hurts. We are the projected #1 team in the country. We are now a 4-star team prestige, 95 overall. What? #1. I did not expect actually to be #1. First thing I'm going to do, open that game up. Georgia Tech? I don't think so. Game 1, week 1. We're going at Michigan. We get Auburn this year. We get Alabama. So we get both teams in conference. I can change one of our late games. It's giving us one of those SEC, you know, baby games they like to schedule. I'd like to find Troy in one of those. We don't already have Troy, do we? No. It's not going to be week 12. All right, there it is. We bring in Troy. Troy now has to come to us every single game. There is no more whiteout game to them. No, that's not true. I don't like that. I don't necessarily like that rule. So let me see real quick. Did we play at Troy last year? I don't remember. USA. This team could win it all. True freshman running back gets his first start. Probably American Conference Championship and Heisman hopeful. Is that the one? Yes, we played at home last year. So this year we'll play at Troy. That gives us 1, 2, okay, what do we have in conference? 1, 2, 3, 4 games for sure. So that means the other 2 games are going to be home games. We want to play week 0? Not particularly. We'll play at Michigan, then we'll go at Missouri, then we'll get our opening game of the year at home against UAB. Do we stay in? Just make it easy games? Like, here's my philosophy. Year 1 in the SEC is going to be tough. So I'd like to play all my games outside of conference other than the Michigan game. Like, we'll play one tough team, and then the rest are going to be kind of those gimme games. We just want to rest on our laurels and get some breaks before we're done for the year. So maybe, you know, like last week of the year, you take on somebody really easy as a home game, kind of one of those late season visit games. Hey, Rutherford McCullough. That's cutting off the name. Rutherford McCullough Benson. I don't know if I got that one right. That is a long name. Yeah, we are now the little update into the off season here. We're almost done with the stream, as a matter of fact, but we are now the #1 team in the country, and I'm just trying to find someone to schedule here. So it's our first year in the SEC. I'm kind of wanting to keep. So I've got one game. We're going at Troy just because it's a rivalry thing, back and forth every year. So I'm fine with that. We're taking on UAB at home. That's going to be an easy game. Michigan in the big house because Michigan stole our #1 transfer player in the portal that we almost got. They stole him last week. So we're going to play them. We have no quarterback situation. I'm almost tempted. To play a 0-star program in week 0. UTEP maybe even could be kind of fun. And see if we can get an idea of our quarterback before we go into the big house. But then again, it'd be more fun to play Michigan fresh on the year. So I think I'm going to leave that. I think we're going to do this Troy game. Do we want to do Texas State maybe? 0-star program? Yes? Is that yes to Texas State? I don't know what I have my latency set to. I think that's what I'm feeling like doing is a home game. So we have the Alabama game. Either we can do a bye for this, but I'd rather leave the bye before my chunk of SEC play. Like, this is going to be a tough stretch for us. We've got tough game, and then we get that change of pace, easy game, tough game again, breather. Stretch of tough games. We don't get a breather, but we get 2 easy wins. So we'll do Texas State at home. I think that's the schedule. That's 6 home games, 6 away games. I feel pretty good with that. And I'm not going to start recruiting in this episode or in this off-season stream, but that should be it, I think. So, #1 team in the country. Preseason top 25 as us #1. Georgia #2. It's going to be pretty interesting to see there. Some other notable teams. Nothing really crazy. Conference standings probably predict us #1 as well. Yep, we're predicted #1, Georgia #2, Auburn #3, and then Texas and Alabama 4 and 5. Interesting how they don't go by AP poll rankings. Heisman Watch has 99 overall pure blocker tight end James Flanagan in the mix. Like, come on. What a joke. And then preseason All-Americans. James Flanagan. Nobody else. We've got Darren Lamb, preseason all-team, Randy Fasano. What about in the SEC? No, not a lot of players. Interestingly, Joel Osai, 92 overall, also a guy we lost. So we'll get to see Texas this year, I think. Right? We had Texas, I'm pretty sure. Yup, we'll get to play Texas. We'll get to see if we can revenge that as well. And then, let's take a real quick look. One more thing. Michigan. Is not starting J.R. Zinner. They're starting C.J. Carr. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, that changes everything. Why in the heck did Michigan recruit Zinner? They didn't need him. He's 95 overall. Wow. They have the hometown kid. Senior. I guarantee you this isn't even a this is an NIL player, so I can't even edit him. Can I? Right, this is our last year of NIL players. Wow. So J.R. Zinner's not even going to start, is he? Nope. He's backup. I'm not going to play Michigan. I don't want to play Michigan if that's going to be what it's going to be like. I'm just not interested in that. So I guess instead we can put another cupcake on the schedule, or what we could do is see when where Tyrone what's his name? Tyrone Dennis is playing. I didn't actually see where he transferred. So Tyrone Dennis was supposed to be our quarterback this year. We'll definitely play Michigan next year. There's probably an easier way to do this, isn't there? Yeah, this is going to take way too long. Do it this way. Logan Abraham's at Liberty. I do want to see if he's starting there. That's pretty cool. I didn't even remember my other quarterback's name. There he is. Pitt. I don't mind playing Pitt if he's starting. So Abraham at Liberty and then Pitt for Dennis. He's not. He's third string. Unfortunately. And then Liberty. Liberty. Oh, come on. Nobody's starting. None of them are starting. And what was the other quarterback's name I had on roster? Anybody remember? I certainly don't. Hagens. Let's check on Hagens. Last thing, and then I'm done. I swear I can do the rest of this off stream. It's getting to that point. I am melting alive in this room right now, so I've got to get out of here. Hagens. I don't think we had any other high-profile transfers that I really cared about. Oh my gosh, there's so many players. CJ Hagens, Penn State. Probably not going to be starting if I had to guess. No, he's backing up. Every single quarterback that we lost or transferred is backing up. You got to be joking me. Do we want to take on UAB? We're already taking on UAB. Of course. In that case, do we want to open up the year? Oh, you know what we do? Home and home with Michigan. Play them in the big house, and then we get to play Zinner next year at South Alabama. Here's what you missed in Mobile, Alabama. That's what we'll do. All right, and that's what we're going to end on. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. I had a blast. This was so fun. Did not go the way I wanted it to. Some of it did. Some of it went the way I wanted it to. Some of it did not at all go the way I wanted it to. So, is what it is. We have no real quarterback this year. We might be starting a true freshman in the big house, Chester Willies. And that's just kind of going to be how it is. So, we'll see you next time. Please leave a like if you enjoyed. Please subscribe for more, and